Mayor Hawken with Hawken head coach Mark Iammarino. Coach, you finished a scrimmage, your first scrimmage against Sugar Falls, a semi-familiar opponent. What are just some of the takeaways from today? Obviously kind of a small sample size, only having X amount of plays you can run offensively and defensively, but what did you really like from your guys today?
Well, we told the guys during the week we weren't going to scheme for specific successful plays. We wanted to see, can we run the ball on offense? Can we pass, protect, and throw it defensively? Do we line up correctly, run to the football, tackle people? And I think overall, without really looking at the film, we did a nice job of those things. We managed to, I think, keep them out of the end zone. I liked the aggressiveness. We have to replace two pretty talented inside linebackers, and I thought Kenna and Miles did a nice job today in leading our defense, and so I was happy with that. And then, on offense, most of our offense is back. We were without two of our big O linemen today, so the guys that stepped in did a nice job, and we were able to run and throw it. So overall, for a first scrimmage, we got out of it healthy. We got a lot of good work. These kinds of things are really helpful for us because we have a small team, and so every day in practice it's difficult for our first group to get quality types of reps, and that's just normal for a smaller team of our size. So a scrimmage like this was really beneficial.
So you mentioned not having things schemed up for those 10 plays. How much do you really think you can learn from your team more, kind of watching them sort of freestyle it, I guess would be the way to call it, as opposed to telling them what to do before they really do it? How much do you think you can really learn more as compared to having it schemed?
Yeah, so I think we put our playlist together like on Wednesday and said we want to see these plays on film and see these players. And that's what scrimmage is all about, is to evaluate players, to see what we need to work on as a team, and not necessarily, that's why we don't put the scoreboard on. We don't really care about score or anything like that. We want to see players, evaluate players, and then build off of that and find out what are the things that we're going to need to continue to work on and grow as a team as we get closer to the start of the season.
Mentioned the season. You guys have some really tough opponents on the schedule, on the docket this season. Kenton obviously not on the schedule, but a scrimmage against them next week. Mm-hmm. So a top team in the area, has done a lot of great things in the past, and then you got to play Gilmore week 3, your rival, and then you play Perry in the Chagrin division, reigning state champion. A lot of really tough teams on the docket for this Hawken team. So what is kind of the message, or maybe the idea going into this season? Like, there's a lot of tough teams. Let's give them a run for their money, and let's kind of show the area and the world, like, who the Hawken Hawks are. As Manana and Matthew said to me, last year kind of felt like a down year, like felt like a letdown. So how do you come into a tougher schedule this season and make more of it than you did last season?
Yeah, we spent a lot of time in the off season and analyzing all of our games, both ones that were successful and ones were unsuccessful, and there were some commonalities there, so we made those a top priority for us to try to overcome and work on in the off season, in the summer. So when we face some of those opponents that you mentioned, which are all outstanding opponents and well-coached teams, we need to look at what we need to get better at, and so that's what we've been shooting for all this off season and this summer, is how can we be at our best when we need to be at our best, and it's a long road to do that, but I think we have good senior leadership this year that understands that too, and those seniors, guys like Matt and Manan and JoJo, they were with us 2 years ago when we went 8-2 and won the league, and and then last year we were 6-4, and to them it was frustrating, but so we need to bounce back from that, and I think we will.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.